You know the feeling. You're alone in a room, and instead of sitting quietly to think, you find yourself pacing across the floor. Perhaps your desk is buried under a mountain of papers, or you catch yourself talking out loud to an empty room. You might even find yourself going out of your way to avoid a few minutes of casual small talk. Society typically equates high intelligence with order. We are told that a smart person is organized, quiet, and socially graceful, someone who keeps their environment and their thoughts tidy. When we look at the neurological reality of how a high IQ brain handles information, that societal standard appears to be backwards. These eccentricities point to a specific type of cognitive architecture, one that organizes information differently to maintain a high state of efficiency. The need for movement starts with the sheer volume of data the brain is trying to move. A highly active mind generates a constant, heavy workload of abstract concepts all at once. To manage this load, the brain utilizes verbal reasoning, the act of using language to navigate and structure difficult thoughts. Think of your thoughts as a chaotic cloud of data. Speaking out loud forces them through a narrow funnel into a single linear sequence. Once vocalized, the brain evaluates logic at a significantly higher rate than holding variables purely in memory. Pacing and muttering are physical tools, external processing upgrades used to manage the internal speed of the mind. This management of resources extends to how the brain interacts with its physical and social environment. Every object on a desk and every line of casual conversation requires active cognitive energy to process. To save that energy, the brain uses selective organization. This bandwidth meter shows the process in action. A high IQ brain deflects low-value inputs, like the location of a stapler or trivial chatter, to prevent an unnecessary energy drain. By ignoring these trivialities, the brain ensures its maximum energy bandwidth is reserved for deep, complex problem-solving. A messy desk or social distance is a filtration system. It is a biological choice to protect cognitive focus. Beyond processing, a high-performing brain requires a specific chemical environment to function. A tendency to analyze every single detail signals cognitive complexity, a powerful engine searching for fuel. This line graph represents the dopamine reward system. When understimulated, the chemical fuel supply drops into the red zone. To recover, the brain triggers a sudden fixation on a new, complex topic, producing the dopamine spike necessary to return to peak operating capacity. Erratic fixations and overthinking are biological refueling mechanisms for a high-performance system. Beneath a surface that looks completely chaotic to the outside world, there is a highly specialized engine spinning at incredibly high speeds. You aren't strange or scattered compared to the general population. Your underlying cognitive architecture is built for high-speed processing and rigorous organization. Trying to fix these habits to fit outdated societal norms can actually work against your brain's natural strengths. The chaotic mess, the solitary pacing, and the constant muttering are the primary mechanisms driving your intelligence.